Hello there. Welcome to my second collection video of all of the custom sabers or lightsabers that I have. And we're going to start here. It's kind of a follow-up to one I did years ago that almost went viral. Just a bunch of what I had. Some of them are still in here. I still have them. But they all were powered at that point by the Master Replicas Force Effects soundboard. So now all of these have something new and different in them. All but one of them have a Proctor Labs product in them. I think the one that doesn't is this one right here, and we'll get to that later. Let's just start off right here with these three right here. These ones came from a website that was called initially Saber Kits with an S. That's plural for Saber Kits. Eventually went on to become something called Saber Knights. It was more of just a think tank where people of same interests got together and just threw some ideas out there, designs for this lightsaber and that lightsaber. And the guy that ran the website, we actually built these and sold them on eBay, and that's where I first found it. Yeah, this one was one of the first ones I bought. Later, after we did, and what these were, this is Delrin. This is custom machined, and it's it's machinable plastic. And what it is, it's got a threaded rod on this end and a threaded rod on this end. So you can unscrew this and you can swap out parts. So we had like a mix and match kind of thing going. And I was in that got into that in 2002, and had this one here designed in 2004, I think it was, because we were living current house when I had this one done. It currently doesn't have any electronics in it, but it does have the capability of having some put in there. We called this the Lux Saber, or Jay-gon's Lux Saber. Unfortunately, it was designed in such a way that you could put three AA batteries here, three AA batteries here, electronic soundboard in here, and unfortunately, the modern stuff just isn't going to work. I might be able to make this into a NeoPixel saber, because down in here, there's just not enough room in there to put a triple LED with a focusing lens and all that without some extra machining work being done. So it's been just kind of sitting on the bench, and sits in this little display case on a shelf and down here. Now this one, okay, wait, forget about that. And these ones are basically just, see, I do these off the cuff. I don't script these videos. This has a hole in there. What these come with was a fiberglass rod, which you could actually use for serious heavy dueling. I still have those. This was just machined based off of Qui-Gon Jinn's basic look of his lightsaber. There's a bunch of random. My first attempt at designing a lightsaber part is really huge and chunky. It basically looks like a giant. It kind of looks like a giant mag light. So that's that one, and this one was used as bits and pieces. This was left over from my original design of this. And then I bought these parts, came from somebody else. These are just some bronze bushings that came out of a hardware store. And this one, again, also has a brass sleeve, but also holds a 1/2-inch diameter fiberglass rod. Or I also have a blue and green neon-colored acrylic rod. So those are my Saber Knights sabers. And moving on here, this one is actually the first custom machined saber I ever bought. I bought this off of eBay. It was made by a seller that went by Random Sabers at the time, and they went out of business shortly after I picked this up. This was called Agony, and what this had a big red square plastic switch right here. I modified it to take some other electronics after a while, but they never had any sound in this one because there's really not a good place to drill some holes for sound to vent. Plus, there's not a whole lot of room in here, but I do have some ideas on this one. I'll be working on this one this year, hopefully. When I got it, it had a 3/4-inch blade, which was powered by electroluminescent technology, or EL, as we call it then. And it was kind of an reddish-orange color. Used a 9-volt battery, had the inverter in here. It's kind of hard to work on this one because we really only have room right here. The blade went all the way through down to about here and plugged into a socket and everything. But I converted that over to use a single red LED, and it did light up. It was basically what we call a stunt saber. Excuse me. Now this one, I did kind of have these in order from when I built them or when I got them. This one is out of order because it doesn't work. This was a group project. A bunch of us builders at the FX Sabers website got together and called ourselves the Rebellion Run. And so this is one of those. This is an in-game KOTOR accurate type tilt. I do have parts for this one. This one holds 1-inch blade. See down in there we have our Cree. It was a color changer. I just don't have a soundboard for it anymore. Moving, but eventually I will get this one back up and running too. So it has everything else it needs: the switches, the batteries. I got everything. I just need a soundboard. Now this one is made by, and both of these actually were made by a maker called RSLA. Also found these ones on eBay. Bought from the same person I think I bought this one from, the Agony from. Because this one wasn't Agony. I didn't buy that from Random Sabers. It's just who made it. It was some other seller on eBay that had that, and this and this. This one I don't think had any light or sound in it at all. It may have had a light kit in it, but I don't think it did. I don't really remember. It's been a while. This one lit with EL too, but it was blue. It was really kind of pukey. It really kind of sucked. It also no longer has any soundboards or electronics in it. It's perfectly hollow, straight through. I just made this blade socket myself last year or the year before, because it originally came with a 3/4 inch blade. It doesn't really light up very well with the LED baselit type technology, which is what I had in that one too. It was okay. It worked for a while, but after eventually new technology comes around, you don't update this stuff. And this one used to be Aaron's. This is made by the same company. Got a kill plug in it right now. But I also modified this one to take a 1-inch blade, so I replaced its socket because it also came with a 3/4. Right now it has a 7/8 with a chunk of a 1-inch in there as an adapter, so it'll fit. That one now has sound in. This was the original soundboard I put in it. It's a Crystal Shard 1.0. Okay, so moving on to here. This was the first of my MHS and Chrome Saber. This is Chrome Saber number 1. I don't remember what the soundboard is in this one, but it color changes, so it's got to be a Crystal Shard 2.5, I think. It's built with a mix of, it's been through a few changes too. This is not its original configuration. It used to have the big sink drain, I guess you call it the drain plumbing end on it. Now features a slip jointed version of the OB1 style TPM pommel. Some extra sound vents up in here. But this was the one that started me on doing a mix of the chrome sink drain pipes and the MHS stuff from the Custom Saber shop. And this one, Chrome Saber 2. This was the second one. This one also runs a soundboard, has lights in it. It does color changing, but not in the same method as most of the other soundboards do. There's only one button on this because this has the Pico Crumble soundboard from Plector Labs in it. And you can change color, but you got to pull the kill key and hold the button down to get it into the menu, and it will go through. I think this is a 2.0, so it should have 6 different blade colors on it. Now this has been through a few changes too. It also started out with the big giant plumbing connection on the back with the sink drain strainer and all that stuff. Now it doesn't have that. Now we've got a nice little, you see they used to have a recharge port right there, or was it might have been a rice port, which is a real-time internal configuration editor with the Plector products. Just had a different type of board in it at one point. And so now it's got the what I called pearlescent grips at the time, as they were. What these actually are is the washers. Anybody that knows plumbing will recognize that. That's a mix and match. It's not easy to work on because it doesn't come apart as simply as the rest of these. Okay, so moving to this one. This is Brass Saber number 2. This one now has a Crystal Focus X10 in it. There's a video on that. I think I did a video on that after I did that, but I'm not sure. This is CSX, or Chrome Shaver Experimental. Normally the X would stand for 10, but in this case it's experimental. This is my own saber. I usually use this one for, this is my main one anyway. I mean, this is usually what I use with my costuming when I was with the Rebel Legion. Now this brass one here, was originally a Do Close saber. It was made by a fellow named Don Close, who recently, I heard, I think last year, maybe the year before, I think, passed away, cancer. So I'm not sure I want to get rid of this one. This is one of his crowning pieces of work here. This is was really nice. It's a one-piece hilt design with a hand-cut, carved brass sleeve, similar to how I do it. We were all doing that at that point, but he actually machined this himself on his own lathe. So this is kind of a custom one-off. I got it from a guy who was in Canada. It was on the FX Sabers forums, and he sent it to me along with another one to fix up and repair. And I don't remember how many years ago that was. I haven't heard. I heard from him. We've had some exchanges back and forth a few times, but I haven't heard from him ever since. So I'm kind of stuck with this one. And the other one that was broken was a black and silver one, also done by Don at Do Close Sabers, and it had a rib extension piece on it here that he had machined down just a little too far. When it took a really hard hit, it literally broke it in half. I do have a means of being able to fix that, but it's just one of those times getting around to doing it. So then we get down here to the last three, and these are the ones that I did. You watch my videos. These are the last three I did. This is a Brass Saber 30, Brass Saber 32, and then a Chrome Saber 42. So that's all that said. Let's see if we can start these up. This is a CF10. This one runs the Golden Harvest version. I think Golden Harvest, it's a 3, something like that. This one's kill key is in the pommel. This one is up there. PS2. Uh-oh. You're going to pull this on me again, are you? Come on. Alright, that one's not wanting to cooperate. That one doesn't need to have its kill key removed. Let's pop this one out. Hold it. There we go. This one is a Crystal Shard 1, so it only has one sound font, and that would be Shoto. Skip that one for now. It's got a problem with one of the battery jack on it. There we go. A little bit of rainbow assortment of colors. This one I think would have been set to green, but it does work. I just got to jiggle the battery wires on it. There we have it. That's my current functioning lightsaber collection. Well, as usual, thanks for watching, and see you next time.